You are not lazy. You are not broken. And this video might be the most important 12 minutes of your entire year, because what I'm about to show you is the actual science behind why you can't stop procrastinating, and the one shift that fixes it permanently. It is 5 p.m. You have a deadline tomorrow, and somehow you're watching YouTube right now. I'm going to tell you exactly why that happens. Stay with me. Scientists have been studying procrastination for over 10 years, and they discovered something that completely flips the usual advice on its head. Forget discipline. Forget willpower. Those actually make it worse. The neuroscience behind why your brain literally freezes when you see a task. The two types of procrastination and why one of them is quietly destroying your life. And a formula, a real mathematical formula that researchers use to predict exactly when you'll procrastinate and when you won't. Here's what actually happens in your brain the moment you see a big task. Your amygdala, the threat detection system, fires. It floods your body with adrenaline. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of you, gets overpowered. And here's the wild part. The more you avoid the task, the more threatening it feels. Researchers studied college students and found that while they were actually working, most said this isn't that bad. But when they were procrastinating, when they were just thinking about the task, they rated it as incredibly stressful. Think of your brain as having two characters fighting for the wheel. There's the rational decision maker. He sees the big picture, plans ahead, wants what's best for your future. And then there's the instant gratification monkey. He only cares about two things, easy and fun. Most of the time, the monkey wins. He takes the wheel and suddenly you're 3 hours deep into YouTube, wondering what happened. But the procrastinator's secret weapon? The panic monster, dormant most of the time. But when a deadline gets close enough, he wakes up and he's the only thing the monkey is terrified of. That's why you can't start a 10-page paper for 2 weeks, then write all 10 pages in one night. It's not a miracle. It's the panic monster. Now here's where it gets serious. There are two kinds of procrastination. The first kind has deadlines. The panic monster shows up, you get it done, messy, stressful, but done. Fine. The second kind has no deadline, no panic monster, and this is the one that ruins lives. Your health, your relationships, that business you always wanted to start, that creative project you've been about to begin for 3 years. Nothing is forcing you, so nothing happens. People write about this kind of procrastination with genuine pain. Not I turned in a paper late, more like I feel like a spectator in my own life. I'm watching my years go by and I haven't started chasing anything. Procrastination isn't just a productivity problem. For millions of people, it's a happiness problem. So what actually works? Researchers combined 4 major theories into one, called the Temporal Motivation Theory, and it tells us something surprising. Motivation doesn't come from watching an inspiring video. It comes when 4 things align. You believe you can actually do the task, the reward means something to you personally, the payoff feels bigger than the pain, and the reward feels close, not 3 years away. This is why motivation videos don't work long term. They don't change any of those 4 factors. They just give you a temporary emotional surge. The real fix? Stop trying to feel motivated first. Instead, break the task into one tiny step. Write 1 sentence. Do 5 minutes. The goal isn't to finish, it's to prove to your amygdala that the threat isn't real. And the single most powerful tool? Self-compassion. Not being harder on yourself, being kinder. Research shows that people who forgave themselves for procrastinating were significantly less likely to do it again. If you've ever felt like you're your own worst enemy, you're not alone, and you're not broken. The science actually shows your brain is doing exactly what it's built to do. The difference is knowing how to work with it. Drop a comment. What's the one thing you've been putting off the longest? I read all of them. And if this hit close to home, subscribe. I break down the psychology of performance, habits, and your brain every week. No fluff, just the actual science.